For me, the fact that I can think of an idea in my head, I can get the supplies needed and create something beautiful and meaningful and useful it blows my mind. And so it's almost like a dance. I create something, the Kwa woman loves it, they wear it, they add their own meaning to it, and that encourages me to create even more. So the inspiration is pretty much everywhere. You know how for most people their brand is their baby? For me, my brand Kwa is my mother. She has that understated confidence. She carries herself with a certain softness and femininity. She has a great sense of humor. She's beautiful without trying. She is loyal and her love is fierce. That's my mom, and I feel like that's the essence of Kwa. This particular collection, the Heritage Collection, my inspiration was African cooking utensils, Ghanaian cooking utensils, specifically the wedru, which is the mortar. Now it's ironic because as a kid I did not like cooking, and it was one of the things that my mom and I would bump heads over because she could not get me to come to the kitchen. But here we are, me finding inspiration in something that I wasn't too crazy about as a kid. Now when it comes to the wedru, most people will probably find it ordinary, but I don't think it's that ordinary. When you put something in it, it changes it into food that is nourishing. It's beautiful to look at because if you think about it, it's shaped like a woman. It's also strong, all that pounding, but the wedru is still very strong. And it has the softness with the curves of the wedru, and it's feminine. I mean, I just love the look of the wedru. So that's what inspired the shape of the heritage bag. So I had three concepts for this heritage collection. The first concept was inspired by the kente cloth. It pays homage to the kente cloth. Kente is an African, or should I say Ghanaian specifically, a Ghanaian fabric that is hand woven with silk fibers. It dates as far back as the 17th century, which is quite cool to me if I think about it. And in the past, it was only worn by royalty. Over time, we wear kente to special occasions. But one of the things that I really appreciate about kente cloth is its relevance and essence goes beyond our West African shores. Most people of African descent respect and love the kente cloth, and you see it showing in their special occasions, and I find that to be truly powerful. The second concept was inspired by the African wax print called Nkrumah pencil. Kwame Nkrumah was Ghana's first president, and this particular print was named after him. I have memories of my mom and my grandma sitting on her bed, pulling all my mom's African print out to air it out. It was a thing they did back then. And my grandma would tell us the names of all the different prints and why they were named that or their significance. And that's when I remember her talking about Nkrumah pencil. Now, for me, as an adult, when I think of Nkrumah pencil, outside the fact that I love the pattern, but I also love the fact that it represents, Kwame Nkrumah and that whole era represents a time of Ghana that gave hope. We were coming out of the colonial system, and it gives national pride, has a sense of liberation and freedom. So one of Kwame Nkrumah's iconic speeches, he said, "Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever." And that has stuck with me so much. I mean, I get chills when I think of that. And so it meant so much to me to include Nkrumah pencil in this design. The third concept was inspired by another African print called Insubura. Insubura means water well in Chi. And when you look at the shape of Insubura, it kind of makes sense why they named it that. Basically, the print is named that way because a well has a circular shape, but also it says when you throw a pebble in water, you see that ripple effect going in circles, and that is why they named it that. The significance is anything you do, there is a ripple effect, whether good or bad. It affects someone or something around you. And that simple advice sticks with me because it lets me know that even as a person, anything I do can have an effect on someone close by. These pieces are timeless, they are self-assured, they are elegant, and I want the woman to feel exactly that. It also happens that these are the same qualities I admire in my mom and a lot of women. And so when you're rocking your Koa bag, I want you also to remember Koa's tagline. The KUA stands for keeping us authentic. And so just be your truly authentic self and celebrate who you are.